Welcome and good evening. My name is Habib Ali, and on behalf of the directors, staff and volunteers of the North American Muslim Foundation, I would like to welcome each and every one of you to our 10th annual NAMF Gala Dinner. People are still coming in, and we know many of your friends are still arriving. However, we like to start on time here at NAMF. It's a tradition that we cannot easily break. So welcome again, and my job is to introduce to you this evening's MC, the Master of Ceremonies. We are blessed to have a wonderful person here with us this evening. She has recently graduated with her MBA from Ryerson University, and I have met her on several occasions at Muslim fests, etc. But more recently this year, I met her at the AFME dinner where she was emceeing a gala. And alhamdulillah, since then we have been able to have her at North American Muslim Foundation to MC our events. One of the outstanding things about Mariam Munawwar, which is the correct name, I would like you to make note on the program that you have in front of you. Mariam Munawwar, is that she recently got married. And at her wedding, the majority of the attendees were the volunteers that she has worked with, the classmates that she has attended Islamic classes with and courses, and the people who really value her, especially Ms. Isaga, for her generous volunteerism in the community. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to sit back and enjoy this evening's proceeding at the emceeing of Mariam Munawwar. Put your hands together.
Thank you, Habib, for that wonderful introduction. Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and welcome to NAMF's 10th annual gala dinner. We're very honored to have you here today with us as we celebrate NAMF's milestone of yet another successful year of achievements, accomplishments, projects, and initiatives that have changed and made an impact both locally and internationally. I just want to quickly introduce or just point out some guests that we have today with us. We have Dr. Shahida Khan. We also have Sue Wong over there. We will introduce these individuals formally throughout the program. At this moment, I just want to go over our agenda. So we will start with the recitation of the Holy Quran, followed by the national anthem. We will have a short speech with Sue Wong, followed by a keynote speech from Rathika. Apparently, Olivia Cha will not be able to attend, so instead we have Rathika Sebastian. We will then have a presentation from NAMF's director, Executive Director Farouk Khan, followed by an appreciation and award ceremony, followed by a note of thanks, dinner, and entertainment. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call on Fayaz Dar and Abdurrahman Lucky for recitation of the Holy Quran.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولقد خلقنا الإنسان من سلالة من طين ولقد خلقنا الإنسان من سلالة من طين ثم جعلناه نطفة في قرار مكين ثم جعلناه نطفة في قرار مكين ثم خلقنا النطفة علقة فخلقنا العلقة مضغة فخلقنا المضغة عظاما فكسونا العظام لحما ثم أنشأناه خلقا آخر فتبارك الله أحسن الخالقين ثم إنكم بعد ذلك لميتون ثم إنكم يوم القيامة تبعثون ولقد خلقنا فوقكم 7 طرائق وما كنا عن الخلق غافلين وأنزلنا من السماء ماء بقدر فأسكناه في الأرض وإنا على ذهاب به لقادرون صدق الله العظيم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace and greetings to one and all. The recitation of the Holy Quran which was done, it is from the Surah chapter 23, Al-Mu'minun, verses 12 through 18. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. And indeed, we created man, Adam, out of an extract of clay. Then we placed him as a drop of sperm in a firm resting place. Then we turned it into a clot, a piece of thick blood. Then we made the clot into a little lump of flesh, fetus. Then out of that little lump of flesh, we made bones. Then we covered the bones with flesh. And then we brought it forth as another creation. So, blessed be Allah, the best of creators. After that, surely you are to die. Then again, surely you will be resurrected on the day of resurrection. And we have made above you 7 skies, and we are never neglectful of our creation. And we sent down from the sky water in due measure, and we gave it settle in the earth, and verily we are able to take it away. Truly Allah has spoken the truth. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Fayaz and Brother Abdurrahman, for that beautiful recitation and the translation of it. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask all of you to rise as we sing together the national anthem. Thank you, everybody, for that. I didn't hear too much singing, but I think we all sang in our hearts. At this point, I'd like to call on our first speaker for tonight. Sue Wong is a community activist and member of provincial parliament. She is a woman known for getting results. She has been a registered nurse for over 25 years, a professor of nursing, as well as a nursing home administrator. Sue brings compassion to the table, as well as energy, enthusiasm, and fresh ideas. Before her recent election as MPP, Sue served as public school trustee. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming Sue Wong.
Good evening. Thank you very much for this warm welcome. Good evening, honored guests. Habib, I think he's somewhere out there. I always look forward coming to North American Muslim Foundations. I know you do wonderful things in our community, from seniors program to your schools, outreach programs. So I'm delighted to lend my name, but also my presence here tonight, because what you're going to be supporting tonight is about children. It's about the future, not just about here in our home, a province called Ontario, a country called Canada, but more importantly, children around the world. If you can see in the program that we are very fortunate in this great province, great country called Canada. We don't experience the malaria concerns, the issue dealing with diarrhea disease, preterm birth complications, because we've been privileged to live in a country called Canada. But there are those who are least fortunate, and unfortunately we don't have a choice where we are born, who our families are. So through your contributions tonight, your presence here tonight, other children around the world have a similar opportunity. So I'm thrilled to be here, and I want to say thank you very much to all the organizers for tonight's event, because without you, we wouldn't have been here tonight. So thank you, and good wishes for tonight's evening. Unfortunately, I can't stay because there's another event going on in the constituency, so I have to be leaving around 7. So thank you for this opportunity to address you.
Thank you so much, Sue, for those welcoming remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I'd like to welcome our keynote speaker for tonight. Olivia Chow was not able to make it, but instead we have with us Rathika Sebastian. I apologize, Rathika, if I didn't get that right. Rathika pleasantly surprised all of us in the recent election, where she became one of Canada's youngest MPs. Rathika came to Canada from Sri Lanka at the age of 5, and since her childhood, she has been involved at the grassroots level, working as a volunteer, as a community organizer in various capacities. She earned her master's degree in industrial relations from Queen's University, and prior to her election, worked at the University of Toronto's Student Union. She is currently the official opposition post-secondary education critic. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming Rathika.